this brass plaque. It says, W.C. Gaunt. William Clifford Gaunt. That's me. Billy, they call me. A mill like this is where it all began. I was born in 1873, and by the 1920s I was a multi-millionaire through the wool business. My mills. I had miles of them. Customers came from all over the world to buy the beautiful English cloth. From Japan, the Middle East, Italy, America, every continent you could imagine. Then I got interested in theatres. I produced scores of plays. I once had an interest in a big film company. I started a marine insurance company. I ran 3 farms and made them pay. I ran whiskey to the United States, and it was me that introduced the Packard car to this country. By 1929, the Wall Street crash had happened. The banks got scared and recalled all the debts. I had been a textile baron of Bradford. I had to sell off all my assets, even the contents of my houses. Myself and Derek, my son, set up again in Leeds Road, traded in yarns and pieces of wool, and a father and son constituted a staff of 2. We put the plaque on the wall outside, and we built a petrol filling station. But then the war and petrol restrictions came, so we had to pack that up. So we unhooked this old brass sign and we fixed it outside a warehouse, just 100 yards or so lower down Leeds Road, number 55 to be precise. By 1942, I'd paid off all my debts. Nothing's killed my smile. I have a cheery good day to all that I meet, and thank God I can still laugh and still take an interest in the simpler things other than business, like my garden, and most important of all, my family.
I love my job. I'm a haberdasher. It fills all my senses. I love the smell of a casein button, the feel of a mother of pearl button, and the sound of an old sewing machine as it goes tick, tick, tick. I love it when people come in the shop and they say, I don't know if you can help me. And I can. I love it when people come in and they give you a piece of wool or a piece of cloth and they want a button to match. Well, we've got plenty to choose from. Well, you've got to choose one that it might not be the right colour. You've got to place it on the garment. It's got to match. It's got to match the pattern. Buttons. Buttons galore. Lots of different shapes and sizes. Textures. Feels. Sensations. Woo!
It's some bullet shells, and it was from my great-great-great-granddad, and I have it, and it makes me feel like he's right next to me, and he's helping me, and he's guiding me.
Great-granddad's Bravery World War I medal. My heart fills with tears every time I look at this. A bravery medal from World War I. I love him to bits and I miss him lots, and I wish he was still here with me, my great-granddad, the World War I hero. He lived for 96 years, but unfortunately lately he passed away. Every time I look at his medal, he makes me feel happy that he'd been part of such a wonderful victory, but I also feel a bit lonely now that he's gone.
Great-great-grandma, Mum, and now me. My object is a link to my past, my present and my future. It's a beautiful silver christening bangle, and it's been handed down by the women in my family for generations. When I hold it, I think about all the people who've worn it on their christening day just like me. It's amazing that this one object links me to so many people that I've never even met. I feel proud that my family trust me with such a family heirloom.
This reminds me of my grandma, and it makes me smile. Every time I look at it, it's a little teacup and a saucer, and it's decorated with golden patterns. In the middle, it has a picture of a beautiful hillside with a white chapel and a house, and it makes me think of how much effort is put into it. It's very delicate, and it's pretty, and I'm honoured that my grandma trusts me with it. And there are other things to it. It comes all the way from Germany, and underneath, it says that it's from Austria. So that's a long, long way away, and I'm happy it's mine. I've got more in the set, but I'm not allowed to play with them because they're so old. I'm so privileged that my grandma thinks I can look after them.
It's a pink bear and it's got a bandage on its arm, and I wore it at my baby brother's 2nd birthday party. And I broke my arm and I had to go to the hospital. And when they were putting my pot on, I got it. It's a gift from the nurses.
On my 21st birthday, my mum and dad organised a shindig at a local pub, and a DJ was hired to play at the event. Well, my grandma, she took a liking to this DJ, so she decided to start flirting with him. Ooh, yeah, I know. Ooh, nasty. Anyway, later that evening, he gave her this heart-shaped stone and she kept it. And when she died, I found that very stone in a bedside cabinet. I'll always keep that stone, because it reminds me of my grandma. I'll treasure it forever. She's always in my thoughts and my heart.
The badge. It's about, well, in my first year in a band, I played an instrument called the rack, and it's like tambourines and triangles and wind chimes and cymbals and temple blocks. And in my first year, I played that in a competition, and we got to the finals, and we came 4th out of 8 bands. And I think we did really well, and it means a lot to me because, well, it was my first year and I was really nervous, and I did well because my instructors said that I did.
I've got a ring, and it's gold with some diamonds and some sapphires in it. It was my nana's, who passed it on to my mum when I was very little. When I was 2, I asked my mum if I could have it, and she said, no chance, you can wait until your 5th birthday. And apparently, on my 5th birthday, the first thing I said was, can I have my ring, please? And then a year later, my nan died, so it's special, well, very special to me.
I've got a lamb called Lucy Lamb Chops, and it's really special because my mum gave it to me when I was first born. We had a robbery when we moved, and all my childhood things got nicked, and that's the only thing I've got left.
I think the reason why we got involved with the peace movement was, well, all this money was being spent on weapons and it just fundamentally seemed wrong. There was this build-up, the Russians in particular were out to get us, and you know, I kind of felt in my heart they probably weren't. Maybe I was being naive. We used to have this badge maker. We used to sit there of an evening in a living room.
Oh, it was fantastic. I loved it.
Oh, I think the same badge maker went around all the different groups in
every
at the
single
time.
group.
My God. And we went on these marches. Where did we go? We went to
Hyde Park, I liked.
Hyde Park. We were in the Hedgerow in Leeds. We were in Pudsey on the main road. We were at Trafalgar Square. Greenham Common.
Greenham Common, good one.
And we'd be in the papers. We had a model of the Trident missile. Oh, it was fantastic. Mind you, they always used to underestimate the numbers.
Always more of us than they
thought. Same story now as there ever was. We had a song.
Aye.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We don't want no nuclear war. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want no nuclear war. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want no nuclear war.